Hi, April. Let's get started. And half corpse, Ardha Shavasana. You're laying down on your back, your knees are bent, your feet are on the floor. Hands are down by your sides with your palms and forearms pushing into the mat. Right hand comes to your belly. We take this hand placement to remind ourselves to always follow our gut. Take your left hand, place it on your heart. You take this hand placement to always remind yourself to practice self-love. If you can't practice self-love, you'll never be able to love anybody else. Try to have your elbows down onto the mat. Just take a few seconds here to start to quiet your mind. Just noticing how your breath feels as it's entering your nostrils and filling up your lungs, how it expands your chest. Notice how it feels when it's leaving your body and your chest is falling. How it feels when it exits your nostrils. Notice the temperature of your room. How the air feels on your skin. Bring your awareness to your heart, your Anahata chakra. How are you feeling? Are you feeling excited about starting your yoga practice? Maybe a little scared, frightened? That's okay. Don't pass judgments on your feelings. Just acknowledge them and then let them go. Now bring your awareness to your third eye center, that spot just above and in between your eyebrows, your Ajna chakra. Notice what you're thinking. What are your thoughts? Try not to pass judgment on your thoughts. Just acknowledge them. And then let them drift off like you're placing them on clouds in the sky and they're just drifting away. Let's start to cultivate an Ujjayi breath. It's our victorious breath. Our oceanic breath. Inhale through your nose to the count of 4. Pause for the count of 2. Audible exhale through your mouth, creating a ha sound as if you're fogging up an imaginary mirror. Pause for 2. Inhale through your nose, fill your belly, rise as if you're trying to push your hand off. Pause. Exhale this time through your nose, sealing your lips together. Imagine you have 2 holes at the back of your throat that you're pushing your air through, creating a ha sound, feeling a slight constriction at the back of your throat. Inhale through your nose, warming, purifying your air. Exhale, fill your belly, fall, pulling your belly button down towards your spine. Now continue to breathe like this on your own, focusing only on your breath and your practice. If you have distracting thoughts creeping in, which is normal, it'll happen throughout your practice, try this visualization. Visualize there's a trunk just outside your door. See yourself placing those distracting thoughts inside of that trunk. They'll be there for you when you're done. Now come back to your breath. Come back to your practice. Deep inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands down by your sides. Checking in with your knees, making sure they're still hip-width apart. On your inhale, articulate and bridge. Slowly peel your spine up 1 vertebrae at a time, starting with your hips, your low back, your mid back, your upper back. Pausing at the top, slight tuck to your chin. Roll your shoulders under. Exhale, slowly lower down, 1 vertebrae at a a time, starting with your upper back, mid back, low back, and hips. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Pilling your spine up. Go slow. Exhale, slowly lower down. 1 vertebrae at a time. Mid back, low back, and hips. Last articulating bridge here. Inhale, rise. Seems like a simple pose, but what we're doing is we're warming up our calves, our thighs, massaging our spines, stretching our shoulders. Exhale, slowly lower down. Deep inhale when you get to the bottom. Exhale for Apanasana, outgoing breath pose. Your knees are coming into your chest. Your palms are coming to the tops of your knees. Relaxing your feet. Make small circles with your ankles, one way and then the other. You can rock gently from side to side, giving yourself a low back massage. We're starting to practice some of that self-love we talked about. Finding stillness. Extend your left leg long down onto the mat. Both feet are flexed. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. On your inhale, single knee to chest. Bring that knee down into your chest, compressing, massaging your internal organs. Exhale, extend your right leg high to the sky. Nice gentle stretch along the back of your calf and your thigh. Maybe maintain a slight bend in your knee here. We're just getting started. You want to take it easy on your body. This posture is inhale, bring your knee to your chest. This posture is going to help you with opening up your hips. You were saying that you had tight hips. This asana will help you with that. Exhale, lift the leg high to the sky. Keep both feet flexed. Don't forget about that left leg. You want to keep that activated. Inhale, bring your knee into your chest. Also, these deep knee bends are going to help you with digestion and elimination. Exhale, extend your right leg high to the sky. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it into your chest one more time. Exhale for supine twist on the right. Your right arm's extending out with your palm facing down. Use your left hand to guide the right knee across the body. Your hips are stacking on top of each other. Use your foot as a kickstand. Gaze is falling off in the opposite direction of the bent knee. And inhale into all of that space you created in the right side of your body. Breathing in between your intercostal muscles, between your ribs. Twists are really good for detoxifying your body. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rolling back onto your back. Exhale, bring your knees back into your chest for Apanasana, outgoing breath pose. Squeezing your knees down into your chest. Small circles with your ankles, one way and then the other. We're lubricating our ankles, getting them ready for our standing postures. We're going to do some balancing poses later on in the sequence. Rock gently side to side. Find stillness. Extend your right leg long. Down onto the mat, your feet are flexed. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. On your inhale, single knee to chest. Bring that knee down into your chest, compressing your descending colon here. Exhale, extend the leg high to the sky. Oh, nice gentle stretch along the back of the thigh and the calf. Opening up our hips here, stretching our low back and the back of our thigh. Inhale, bring your knee into your chest. 85% of Americans suffer from constipation. These kind of deep knee bends will help you with those kind of issues. One more time, inhale, bring your left knee down into your chest. Holding onto your thigh instead of your knee is going to help with sensitive knees. Exhale, extend the leg high to the sky. Beautiful. Last time, bring the knee into your chest. Exhale for supine twist on the left. Your left arm extends out. Right hand guides the left knee across the body, stacking your hips on top of each other. You can use your foot as a kickstand here. If you can't reach the ground, that's okay. Try to focus on keeping your shoulders on the ground. That's going to facilitate the twist in the upper part of the spine. Gaze falls off in the opposite direction of the bent knee. If you want to support that foot with a block or a big phone book, you can put that underneath your foot. And breathe into all the space you created on your left side, breathing into your intercostal muscles. Imagine you're wringing out a wet washcloth, getting rid of all that excess water. It's exactly what you're doing in these twists. You're relieving your body of all the excess toxins that are building up in the lower extremities. Really encouraging, facilitating flexibility in the spine. Opening up our hips and our shoulders. One more deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. Come back to your back. Exhale for Uttanasana one last time. Bringing your knees into your chest. Releasing your low back from that twist. Rocking gently side to side. Practicing that self-love. Just coming to your mat on a daily basis, or maybe start with every other day, April. That's going to really show yourself some self-love. It's going to give you the space in your day that's needed for you to love everybody else. Find stillness. Bring your feet down to the mat. Your feet, ankles, shins, knees, thighs are all pushing in towards each other, towards the midline of the body. Your palms are coming down by your sides. Palms and forearms are pushing into the mat. Right leg lifts high. Flex your foot on your inhale. Now listen, because this gets a little tricky. Lower your right leg down to the mat, hovering it a few inches above the mat, while at the same time lifting your arms above your head. Single leg extensions. Exhale. Now fire up your core. Really firm up your core. Lift your leg. Lower your arms. Push down into the left foot to activate your lower extremities. If you want a little more here, you can lift your hips off the mat. But if you're just getting started, you're just a beginner, keep the hips down. Inhale, lower the leg, lift the arm. We're going to go breath to movement here. Exhale, lift the leg, engage your core. Exhale, lower your arms. Last one, inhale, lower the leg, lift the arms. Feel that nice stretch from the tips of your fingers down to the base of your heel. Exhale. Lift the leg. Lower the arms. Beautiful work. Now lower the right leg down to meet the left. Squeeze it all together towards the midline of the body. Lift the left leg high. Now push down into your right foot to activate your lower extremities. You want to keep everything engaged. Inhale. Lower your left leg down. Hovering it a few inches above the mat while at the same time lifting your arms above your head. Nice line of strength. Feel it from the tips of your fingers down to the base of your heel. Exhale. Fire up your core. Lift the leg. Lower the arms. This posture is going to help build strength. Inhale, lower. In your abdominal area, we're stretching out the hips. Exhale, lift the leg, engage the core, lower the arms. Make it a real active asana here. It seems simple, but we're really building strength in our extremities. Exhale, lift the leg, squeeze the core, lower the arms. Beautiful. Lower the leg down to meet the right. Squeeze it all in towards the midline of the body. Lift your knees up. Stack your knees over your hips. Your shins are parallel to the mat. Your feet are flexed. Arms are extending out to the sides with your palms facing down. Inhale for reverse tabletop. Slowly lower your knees to the right while gazing to the left. You don't have to lower your knees all the way down just until you feel your obliques, your side body catch you. That's going to be your edge. Now pause briefly and then fire up your core. Exhale, bring it all back to center. Other side, inhale. Knees to the left, gaze to the right. Exhale, bring it all back to center. Inhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Exhale, back to center. Really awakening our obliques. We're getting to know our obliques. Hello, obliques. These help with twisting postures. Exhale, back to center. Really building strength in our abdominal core now, warming up the body. Inhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Try to keep your shoulders on the mat, April. That's going to help build strength in your shoulders too. Finding flexibility in our spine, building strength in our core. Exhale, back to center. So you can do maybe 5 or 6 of these. But if you're just getting started and you feel like your core is a little weak, then just maybe do 3. As you build strength in your core, you can try doing it with straight legs. But only if that doesn't bother your low back. Really push down on your shoulders to keep them from lifting off the mat. Reaching behind your thighs, start to rock forward and back, gaining enough momentum to roll over into tabletop. Cross your ankles as you come up. You can try shooting your legs back, or you can just roll over onto your side. Whoops. Coming into tabletop. Meeting here in tabletop, let's flow through some cow-cats just to find some flexibility in our spine. So meeting tabletop Goasana, your shoulders are stacked over your wrist, your hips are stacked over your knees, the tops of the feet are on the mat, or your toes can be tucked. Sometimes if you suffer cramps in your calves, if you flex your feet, it'll help alleviate those cramps. So find what works for you, what's comfortable for you. Inhale, cow, arch your spine, lift your chin, push your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, cat, Marajasana. Round your spine, tuck your chin, really push the mat away. You're really stretching to the shoulders here. Inhale, cow. Uttanasana. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Last time, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, coming back into a neutral spine, tucking your toes if they're not tucked already. On your exhale, push back into downward dog. You're lifting up your hips towards the sky. Your chest is lowering down towards your thighs. Your thighs are internally rotating, so your heels are disappearing behind your toes. Grounding down in between your thumb and your index finger. Really ground down, root down into the knuckle of the index finger, extend out through your arms, through the top of your shoulder blades. Root down into your feet, extend through the back of your legs, out through the top of your hips, gazing up at your belly button. If your heels can't touch the mat, that's okay. It's a practice. You'll get there eventually. Maybe add a slight bend to your knees to encourage length in your spine. You really want to have a nice long spine here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. The bottom of your exhale, take baby steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Your palms are coming to your shins. You're finding length in your spine. Pulling your pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms above your head, reverse swan dive, or Ardha Uttanasana with a back bend. Palms touch, gaze up, lean back. Push your pelvis forward. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Flow through vinyasa. We're going to do this 3 times. This is Sun A. So there's 3 ways you can do your vinyasa. You can go knees chest, chin to cobra. Exhale back to downward dog. Or the more traditional way is meeting in your high plank. Inhale. Exhale for Chaturanga Dandasana. You're bending your elbows, lowering halfway down. Inhale, up dog, flipping the tops of your feet over. There's only 4 points of contact, the tops of your feet and your palms. Your chest is pushing through your shoulders. In full down dog, your gaze is up. Exhale, back, downward dog. So the vinyasas are meant to build heat in your practice. If you don't need that or you feel like it's just too much because you're just beginning, you can flow through the cow-cats. I usually do 2. Okay, so we're going to flow through the Sun A 2 more times. Inhale, gaze forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Incorporate a little bit of a back bend here. Gaze up, palms together, lean back, push your pelvis forward. If you don't want to do that because of your low back pain, you can just arms above your head and cactus your arms. Or you can just bring your arms above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, flow through your choice of vinyasa. Let's do cow-cat since you're just getting started. Last time, inhale, gaze forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Fingertips are coming to the mat. If your fingertips don't touch the mat, that's okay. Maybe you can bring a book or a block to put your fingertips on. Inhale, arms above your head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, flow through your choice of vinyasa. Exhale, coming back into downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Ekapada Adho Mukha Shavasana, one-legged dog. Your foot is flexed, your thigh is internally rotating towards the midline of your body. Your chest is coming down toward your back thigh. Back heel is lowering to the mat. Grounding down between your thumb and your index finger. Exhale, step it through for high lunge. So your foot comes between your palms. Knee is stacked over the ankle. Back knee straight and strong. Take one deep inhale here in your low lunge. And exhale. Inhale, high lunge, bring it up. Arms are coming above your head, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Your chest, shoulders, and hips are aligned with the front of the mat. Really fire up your lower extremities. This is going to build strength in your thighs, your ankles, building your focus, challenging your balance, and breathe. Don't hunch, try not to hunch your shoulders up towards your ears. Let them slide, let your shoulders slide down your back. Make room for your earlobes. I've got these freakishly long earlobes. I need to make room for them. Really root down into your feet, extend through your spine, up through the top of your fingertips. You're reaching up towards the sky with your fingertips. Nice. Deep breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Hands are coming down to the mat. Step your foot back and flow. Coming back into your downward dog on your exhale. Other side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Now set up your low lunge so your knee is stacked over your ankle, back knee straight and strong. Deep inhale here. Scissor your legs together, exhale. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Stepping your shoulders over your hips. Fingertips are reaching towards the sky as you're rooting down into your feet. You can try this visualization. Visualize your mat is covered in honey and ghee. Ghee is like a clarified butter used in Ayurvedic diets. So imagine your mat is covered in that really slippery stuff. So you're like really trying not to slide out, so you're pulling your legs back together. Just that action is going to really activate your adductors and your thighs. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, float your hands down. Step back and float. When you step back, you want a little more core work here. Try not to scrape the mat as you bring your foot back. Exhale back, downward dog. Beautiful work. Inhale, gaze forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Coming into a squat, Malasana, yogi squat. This is going to help you open up your hips. So your feet are wider than your mat. Heels are turned in, toes are turned out. You're lowering your tailbone down towards the earth. Hands come to heart center, so your palms are touching. So your elbows are gently pushing on the inside of your thighs. As your elbows push to the inside of your thighs, push back with your thighs. This is going to help you get to know your adductors, those muscles on the inside of your thighs. This is really going to open up your hips here. So look, if you can't lower down completely in the squat, grab a book or a block, and you can sit up on a block. Remember to breathe. So this is going to help you until you can remove the block and support yourself. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And try to bring your palms down towards the mat. Really extend through your collarbones. You're rooting down into your tailbone, extending through your spine out through the crown of your head. And breathe. So you can rock around a little bit if you want to. Just take it easy. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands down on the mat. Slowly lift your hips up. Heel-toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back and flow through your choice of vinyasa, whether you're doing knees, chest, chin to cobra. Inhale, cobra. Or you're exhaling back to down dog or chaturanga dandasana, to up dog, or your cow cat. Find what works for you. It's your practice. You want to go at about 70% of your capacity, the Sattva road on your practice. Few breaths here in your downward dog. So inhale, gaze forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. We're going to go through some balancing postures here. To help you with your balance, help you with your focus. It's going to build strength in your ankles to prevent falls later on in life. Bring your hands down by your sides. Take a deep inhale here. Standing tall in Tadasana. Really rooting down into your feet, extending through your spine. Out through the crown of your head. Exhale for tree. Virkasana. On the right, you can take it 3 ways. The sole of your foot comes to your ankle, your shin, or the inside of your thigh. Find what works for you. Don't get so caught up in the posture, though, that you lose your breath, because if you lost your breath, you've lost the practice. So you're pushing the sole of the foot into the thigh into the sole of the foot. Hands come to heart center. Find a drishti spot, a spot that's not moving, a spot to gaze at. Try to encourage that top hip to open up, and breathe, inhale. Now if you're solid here and you want a little more, bring your hands above your head. Growing the branches of your tree, reaching up with your fingertips, rooting down with the foot. This posture is really good for opening up your root chakra, your Muladhara chakra. If that chakra is closed off, you have a lot of issues with like emotional baggage. So these kind of postures help alleviate those issues. They help open up that root chakra so you're able to communicate, you're able to love. And breathe, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Rotate your knee forward, slide it down your standing leg and shake it out. Beautiful work. We're going a little over 30 minutes here, but we're coming up to the end of your practice. Other side, inhale, standing tall in Tadasana, really rooting down. If you can't do tree because of you have ankle issues or anything like that, just standing tall in Tadasana, it's going to give you the same benefits. Deep inhale. Exhale for tree Vrksasana on the left. Now take what's good for you. So say here, just here, that you can't balance, you're moving around too much. This is okay. This is fine. Everybody's different. You build up to those different levels. So find what works for you. You know, if you get here and you're like, oh, this is nothing, you can find different variations here also. You can stand on a block. That's going to challenge your balance. Or you bring your arms out to the side. So eventually, you know, you're practicing for 2 weeks. You're going, man, I got this down. You can take different variations. You can take leaning tree, where you're stretching your side, really challenging your balance. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Spin your knee forward, slide it down your standing leg. Beautiful work. Shake it out. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, flow through your choice of vinyasa. Deep inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Spin your legs around in front of you. Coming into figure 4 on the floor. Now, as you progress in your practice, you could take pigeon, but for now, let's do figure 4 on the floor. So we're coming down onto our back. If you want to try a little core work here, so you scoot your booty up towards your heels. Arms are extending out in front of you. Deep inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower down. Coming down slow. If this bothers your low back, just go ahead and come down to the mat. Coming into figure 4, your right ankle is going to cross over your left thigh. Now this might be enough for you. This is a deep hip opener. We're working our psoas muscles and our piriformis muscles. Your piriformis is that muscle that wraps around. I think I damaged mine on my right side because it's kind of hurting right now. The last couple of weeks, I think overdid it in somebody's yoga class. So you can actually overdo it. So that's why you want to work at 70% of your practice. So you can either stay here with your arms extended out to the side. This might be enough for you. Keep that foot flexed. Keep your right foot flexed to help take some of the tension off your knee. If you want a little more, interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Lift that left thigh up and bring it down towards your chest. Woo! That's going to intensify the stretch along the back of that glute, your hip. This is really going to help with your tight hips. You said you were struggling with tight hips. This is going to help with that. But take it easy. and breathe into that space. It's focused breath. So you're feeling some tension here, maybe along your knee. As you exhale, watch that breath come down out of your nostrils, and you're sending it, you're focusing it down into that spot where you're feeling the tension. Where your breath goes, the prana flows. Prana is your breath, your energy. Yep. There's various types of prana. There's prana in your food, prana in your relationships, and prana in your breath. So you want to eat the freshest foods. No processed stuff. That stuff will kill you. You want to eat as much raw foods as you can. And you want to always breathe. Sometimes you can go through life, maybe you're in traffic and you just forget to breathe because you're stressed. You start focusing on your breath and you become way more relaxed. They've actually done studies that breath relieves anxiety. Breath practice will relieve your anxiety. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, release the hold on your left thigh, lower down. Release your right leg. Maybe windshield wiper it out, where your legs are extending wider than your mat, and you bring one knee in. Woo! And then bring the other knee in. Ooh! Yeah. I'm sore. Here we go. So come back. Bring your feet back down on the mat. Other side. Left ankle crosses over the right. Make sure you're flexing that foot to relieve tension in the knee. So you can stay here. If you want a little more, reach behind your right thigh, interlace your fingers, and bring that thigh down towards your chest. Try to keep your shoulders and tailbone on the mat. And breathe. The more you pull your right thigh towards your chest, the more of an intense stretch you're going to have in that left hip and glute. Breathe into all the tension you're feeling. We're stretching our psoas, our piriformis muscles, and breathe. Prana in your relationships. You don't want to surround yourself with negativity. That really takes a toll on your life. You want to surround yourself with people that love you, that are positive. Breathe. Exhale, release the hold on your right thigh. Bring your foot back down on the mat. Take your ankle off your thigh. Maybe do that. A little release here. Your windshield wipering out your legs. Bring them back to center. Heel toe your feet together. Extend your legs long. Lift your torso up. Coming into boat pose. This is going to help build strength in the lower back and in your abs. If you're having a lot of low back pain, a lot of that comes from having a weak core. So you want to do stuff to build your strength in your core. Because if you have a strong core, strong abdominal muscles, more than likely you'll rid yourself of low back pain. So coming into boat pose, bend your knees. Your back is nice and long. Grabbing onto the back of your thighs. Sit up, lean back. Bring your shins up so they're parallel to the mat. Stretching your toes out like you got Barbie toes. So you can stay here where you're grabbing onto the back of your thighs. If you want a little more, let go of your thighs. Your palms are facing up. We'll hold here for about 5 breaths. If you want a little more, you can straighten your legs. So shaking's okay. That means you're working. This posture is like kale. It's good for you. If you want a little more here, pull up on the corners of your mouth. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. If this is super easy for you and you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you could always take a wide leg position. Or take a block and squeeze it in between your thighs. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower down. If this bothers your back, just go ahead and come down on the mat. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Now inhale, bring yourself back up for a forward fold. Actually, what you should do, you should come into that forward fold before you come into your boat, so just reverse that. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana. So if you're not real flexible here, you could always bend your knees. You're going to get a different stretch, but that's okay. This posture is really good for your low back. You can take a book or block too and place it in between your thighs. And as you lower down, you can place your head on it. In my yin classes, we hold this pose for about 3 minutes. But today we'll just hold it for a couple of breaths. So normally what I do here is I inhale, grab onto my ankles, find cow action with my back. And then I fold, exhale. Inhales are going to bring you length. Exhales are going to bring you depth. Inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, sit up, lean back. Now this is where you would go into Navasana, bow pose. Okay, so I reversed them, but you can figure it out. All right, so from our bow pose, you're going to bring your soles together, coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. The soles of your feet come together. Your knees fall out. Now, depending on where you place the soles of your feet, if you bring them closer to your pelvis or further away from your pelvis, you're going to get a different stretch. One's going to stretch your adductors. One's going to stretch your thighs. So inhale, lift your chest high. Exhale, fold. Now here again, everybody's flexibility is different. If you need a little support here, you could take blocks and put them underneath your thighs here. Or you could take a block to rest your head on. Few deep breaths here. Inhale, slowly rise. Hey, Sergi. Exhale, bring your knees together. Folding them together like you're closing a book. Ending our practice here. This is my dog, Sergi. Sorry, he wants to get in on Final Shavasana. So coming into Final Shavasana, you want to come down onto your back. Your feet are wider than your mat. Let them fall open. Arms come down by your sides with your palms facing up. Come on, Sergi. And you just let it all go. Release the hold on your breath. Release your breath to pranayama. No more pranayama practice. Relax your fingers. Relax your toes. Relax your shins and your thighs. Relax your arms and your shoulders. Relax your chest, your belly. Relax your hips. Closing your eyes. Relaxing your face. Pulling the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And just let it all go. So you want to stay here in Shavasana for a full 5 minutes, unwinding from your practice. So after your 5 minutes go by, start to reawaken your fingers and your toes. Finding slight movement. Small circles with your wrists and your ankles one way and then the other. Gently rock your head from side to side. Inhale, give yourself a full body stretch like you do when you first wake up in the morning. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. One final squeeze, bringing your head up to meet your knees. Inhale, lift your right arm above your head, rolling off to your right side. You could use your arm as a pillow, taking a few resting breaths here. Before pushing up to a comfortable seated position, I like to end my practice with an Om. Om is the sound of the universe. Its vibration is said to link us as one Sangha, as one community, as one family. And since you're family, I want you to make it loud and proud, so loud that I can hear you oming all the way here in California. Deep inhale through your nose. Audible exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. This time we'll Om. Om Mata Yoga Nushanam Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha Tada Drishtu Savarupi Avashtanam Vritti Sarupyam Itaratra. The divine in me bows down to the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you for watching this video, April. I hope it helps you with your low back and your tight hips. If you want a little more, you can let me know. I'll do another video for you and just focus on only your hip openers and your low back. And then in the sequence, like I said, you want to do the forward fold before the bow pose. So just flip that around. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And like I said, if you want me to write the sequence down for you, I can certainly do that. Otherwise, just enjoy the video. And every other day, let me know how it goes. I'll talk to you later. Bye.